Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 23rd race of the season here in NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, Season 1. I am Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Michigan 400 here at Michigan International Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan. This is a very fast and grippy 2-mile track where it's very fast, really grippy, and a lot of great racing goes down here. Now, pitch strategy, on the other hand, isn't going to be that big of a problem at a track like this, but you never know, it can happen anywhere. And also for this race, I am joined once again on commentary. If you watched the Chicagoland race, you should know who this guy is commentating with me. Please welcome to the booth, David Rivera. How are you doing today?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me back on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you back here. So, with this track, Michigan, what things do you expect out of a track like this?
Well, it's looking to be pretty damn interesting. Of course, we'll probably have those cars getting into definitely like the five wide, probably even maybe a little bit larger than that. Who knows? But it looks like it's going to be a great day, and a lot of stuff is looking to happen. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, when you say they go five wide, if they do go five wide in the turns, be warned for a big one. But if they could keep it together in the straightaways, then that will be crazy to witness. Heck, because at one point in Seth Cole's league in an SCRA at Rockingham, UK, they went six wide, five wide entering a turn, and they didn't
Outstanding.
wreck. And they
Uh,
didn't wreck, which made it even better. We could
yep.
see stuff like that. We will never know, but we'll find out when we go green. But going through the lineup, starting on the pole is going to be the driver who comes into this race 10th in points in our Daytona 500 winner, Charlie Rodriguez. Now, he picked up a great finish last week at Watkins Glen, finished in fourth. We'll see what he can do here today at Michigan as he's on the pole. Starting next to him is going to be Daniel Day in the 36. And Daniel Day comes into this race 22nd in points. We'll see what he can do today. Starting in on this row, we have an all Roush Fenway Racing row 2. Starting third is going to be the driver who came so close to winning his first race of the season last week at Watkins Glen, David Rivera, and he comes into this race 23rd in points. So he's been getting up higher up in the points. He wants to get a win, though, if he wants to have a shot at making the chase. Today can be the day, we'll find out. Starting fourth is going to be his teammate Cody Hagan in the 99 Aflac car, and Cody comes into this race 18th in points. Hasn't gotten a win yet, but can this be the race to do it? We'll see. Starting fifth, rounding out the top five, is going to be the 47 of Seth Cole. He comes into this race 28th in points. He would love to get a rebound and get a good finish and even possibly a win. Starting sixth has been one of the more impressive drivers in the last couple weeks. Dylan Thero, two straight top five finishes, and he comes into this race 29th in points. We'll see if he can get a better finish and even a win. Starting seventh is going to be Henry Nova, who comes into this race 30th in points. We'll see what he can do. Starting eighth is the first driver to be locked into the chase and our only four-time winner this year, Chris Washer, who comes into this race in the sixth position in points. We'll see what he can do. If he can get a fifth win of the season and expand on that record he's already been setting this year. Starting ninth is going to be the 20 of Nick Smith, who comes into this race 11th in points. He wants to get himself a win so he can make the chase. And then rounding out the top 10 is going to be the 39 of Cody Lamas, who comes into this race fourth in points, and he won back, I believe, at trying to remember what the track was he won at. If I can recall, it was Daytona. He won back at Daytona before Chicagoland. So that is a look at your top 10. Then it's Sonny Hammond, Ian Siegel, Fred Schaefer, Cameron Bailey, Henrietta Fitzwater, Ian Dutta, Nathan Hudson, Austin Weiner, Joshua Michaels, and Chris Nelson, the top 20. Then it's Tommy Mooney, Michael Norman, Eric Burden, Charles Jackson, Rue McIntyre, Noah Hart, Chris Oliver, Trent Dunham, Barney Taylor, and then Jessica Shell in the top 30. Then it's Dylan Young and Danny Wells. Look at that row. It's two beer cars. Then it's Carlos Rodriguez, Matt McIntyre, Kyle Matthews, Chris Michaels, Austin LaPlante, Chris Doherty, Cole Daly, and Ibrahim rounding out the top 40. And then the last row is our winner from last week at Watkins Glen, Zachary Fitzwater, and Jordan Culp. So that is a look at your starting lineup for the race. We are now getting ready to go green. So, David, who do you think are your picks to win this race here at Michigan?
Well, this time, of course, I'm more prepared on this. I'm looking at the 24 car. Not only that, Jessica Shelton and as well Austin Weiner, which is going to be pretty damn interesting to see who is actually going to come out in the top spot for today.
Yes, I am going to go with the guy who comes into this race in the fourth position, and that's Cody Hagan, because Cody Hagan is hungry. But I'm also going to go with the driver starred next to him, his teammate David Rivera, because after finishing second at Watkins Glen, he's got a fire under his belly like no one else. And looks like we're getting ready to go green, and it's boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls.
About time. Let's do this.
And already the first car stepping out of line is going to be Fred Schaefer. He's going to make it 3 wide back there for around the 12th spot. Charlie Rodriguez got a decent jump on that start. Everybody clean and green so far here. Check back here. Everybody's good to the clear back here. And look who's coming underneath of Charlie Rodriguez, the 6 of David Rivera. He's going to try to get the lead early and try to lead this first lap. Let's
So
see.
good. Starting up to be good. Great day already.
Charlie Rodriguez is going to lead the first lap, but David Rivera's got the inside line. But now Charlie Rodriguez is going to try to come down and block. Meanwhile, we got
Oh,
4 wide
okay.
almost for the third spot, but it's settled back out to double wide. Daniel Day trying to now go underneath David Rivera for second. Meanwhile, back here we've got a battle for a battle for fourth between Seth Cole and Cody Hagan, and Fred Schaefer, who started around mid-pack. He's already up here in the top 10, and he's going to dive underneath Seth Cole. Seeing some great racing happening already here in the early parts of the race.
Yeah, this is turning out to be really something today. I'm really digging this.
Yeah. Let's go back here, see who's running here in the back of the pack. We see Chris Michaels still not been able to get going. Ibrahim back here. There's Austin LaPlante, who won back at Bristol. He's running back here around the 36th position. Meanwhile, up ahead, 4 wide between Jordan Culp, Cole Daly, Trent Dunham, and Noah Hart. Oh man, they're getting ready to head into the turn. Now they're going to settle it out to 3 wide. Oh, meanwhile, up ahead, they're 4 wide in the corner, almost 5 wide.
Everybody's spreading out, so like I said, I don't know. We might just see that 5 wide.
Yeah, and look at Chris
Staying in front of
Washer. He's getting ready to go underneath Ian Siegel for probably the 14th spot. Meanwhile, up ahead, we've got a new leader, or at least I thought. It's still Charlie Rodriguez. David Rivera still second, but he's right there on that back bumper of the 18 car.
just pushing it a little more and just be first.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back here, we got a big battle happening for the third spot with Cody Lamas, Daniel Day, Fred Schaefer, and Seth Cole and Cody Hagan's entering this battle, as well as
Yeah,
Cameron
that
Bailey.
is right.
And now look up ahead. Here comes David Rivera back underneath the 18 car. Can he get around him this time?
Just making it.
Didn't quite lead that lap, but also now here comes Daniel Day. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead.
Wow. That is just simply amazing right there.
Who's going to get the preferred edge? They are still 3 wide. Now it's back to double wide. And David Rivera, he's going to go back in line behind the 18 car. Let's
This is a
see
good
what he
idea. Don't
can
want to get
prove.
too cocky and create any accidents. We don't need that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let's check back here, see who's running back here. We got Carlos Rodriguez running in the 42nd place at the moment. Jessica Sheldon back here in the 33rd spot. She hasn't been able to get going really during this race. Let's check where second in points Austin Weiner's running. He's running in the 16th spot. Now let's
Which
check
is
up ahead to
bad.
see who's up here. Back the 3-car battle, make that 4-car battle for the lead. And now David Rivera's going to go underneath Charlie Rodriguez once again. Can he
That
get around
seems to
him
be the
this
strategy.
time? It looks like he's going to
Like,
get around him, and he is going to lead this lap.
which is
David
really
Rivera is
badass.
your new leader.
That's really impressive.
Yeah. And somehow we are still clean and green here during this race. No incidents have taken place. Let's check, see who's running back here, if there's any trouble. Looks like everybody's fine. Jessica Sheldon now is now still around the 32nd, 33rd spot.
Yep.
Meanwhile, up ahead, let's see who is the leader. It's still David Rivera, and he's got a little bit of a gap between himself and the 18 of Charlie Rodriguez. Meanwhile, back here, Cody Lamas has gotten third, and here comes Fred Schaefer along with Cameron Bailey, Nick Smith,
Well,
Cody Hagan, and Henry Nova in this battle. This is just
it's
turning into a
definitely
crazy race so far.
yeah, it's definitely something. A lot of great strategy going too for the top spot. Some of the best that I've seen so far this season.
Yes, indeed. Let's keep our eyes out up here. Oh, here comes Cody Lamas to try to get second from Charlie Rodriguez. See if he can get a run off of turn two. But meanwhile, here comes Daniel Day into this mix as well. It looks like, for the most part, the proper line to run. It seems that the high line works in turns 1 and 2, but it's the
Yeah,
low
you're
line
right.
that works in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's exactly what it seems to be that way, just going on like the outer edge of everybody else. Seems to be working as of right now. Everything's running very smoothly, and this is actually really terrific so far.
Meanwhile, we're taking a look back here to see if anything's gone down. Jessica Sheldon just still is not able to get going at the moment.
It's a bit of a
Let's
struggle, it seems like.
let's check to see where the 5-car is running. There he is. He's up to the 14th spot. So if the race were over now, he would gain 20 points on Jessica Sheldon and cut that points lead to well over half.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah, let's take a look up front. David Rivera still leads, but Cody Lamas is now second. Charlie Rodriguez has actually fallen back to the 6th spot at the moment, possibly even for 7th. And yet we are about 12 laps in, and we have not had a caution at all today. This has been really, really good.
Everyone's just keep on booking it, and everything seems fine. I don't think we'll probably even have that many accidents today if we're lucky. Maybe
Yeah.
even one, but that's
Oh,
just
and
kind of
as you were
short.
saying that, here comes Cody Lamas to the bottom to try to get the lead. Did he
Oh,
lead that
yeah.
lap? Did he lead that lap?
Let's see.
They say he's still second, so David Rivera led that lap by a bumper. And David Rivera's not giving up. He's still got that high groove going, but Cody's going to have the advantage here in 3 and 4 on the bottom lane. And also here
Mm-hmm.
comes Daniel Day and Cody Hagan into this battle. And it looks like David Rivera's got a pretty fast car up on that higher groove. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I thought I saw Charlie Rodriguez get turned, but he was just coming down to the bottom. It's 3 wide for third, and we got a battle for the lead happening. Here comes Cody Lamas. Can he get a run on him this time?
I get it. It's cutting it.
No, David had more speed coming off that corner, but Lamas is still trying to clear the 6-car, but the 6-car's just got a really fast high line car. Now Cody Lamas is going to clear him. But meanwhile, back here we see Cody Hagan coming down pit road. We see several drivers coming down the pit. I saw Cody Hagan. Who else is back here? Oh, you see
quite
Henry
a few cars.
Nova, Ian Siegel, Noah Hart, Chris Michaels, Chris Nelson, Tommy Mooney, Charles Jackson, Dylan Young, Ibrahim, Danny Wells, and Kyle Matthews, all coming down the pit road. Let's see who's going to come out of the pits first in this cycle of pit stops. Looks like people are taking 4 tires and gas on these pit stops.
Yeah, we got a tire change and the
And it looks
gas
like
spray.
Cody Hagan's going to come out first on pit road.
Yep, so we got a lot of traffic going on in there in pit road.
Yeah, let's see. And David Rivera and everybody else is on pit road now. Let's
Yep, so it's
go
about that
to the
time.
Nun cam once again and go to the pit lane cam so we can see who's going to come out first here. Let's see Charlie Rodriguez on his box. So too is Chris Oliver, Cameron Bailey. I see Rue McIntyre. Let's see who that is coming out right now. It looks like Cody Lamas, then David Rivera, Daniel Day, Fred Schaefer, Nick Smith. So if everything cycles around, then Cody Lamas would get the lead if everything cycles back around properly. But here comes Cody Hagan and Henry
Yep, in
Nova.
first place.
Well, I don't know. These guys might be the leaders because they've now gotten around the 6, but not quite over the 39, and the caution flag is out. But let's
I
see who's
wonder what
coming down to the stripe as the leader. Who is it?
who do we got?
They're saying Cody Lamas is 4th. Who's the leader? They're saying the leader last time was Trent Dunham. So Trent Dunham that pit strategy might have worked for him. Trent Dunham might be your leader. Oh, I see Zachary Fitzwater has damage. Ibrahim,
Hmm.
Chris Washer, and Dylan Young.
Oh wow.
So it looked like we might have had a multiple car incident take place. It's Jessica
It seems
Sheldon.
to be that. Yeah.
So it looked like Jessica Sheldon's going to get second, but Trent Dunham looks to be your leader because after his pit stop, he came in as the leader, and it looks like he's going to keep the lead once that caution came out. So it looked like that caution was what Trent Dunham and Jessica Sheldon needed. But now we're going to take a look and see what brought out the caution for the first time today here at Michigan. Well, this is what happened to Chris Washer and a few drivers. They were all coming off of pit road, and Austin Weiner just turned the car dead right, and then he
Yeah,
bounces
right.
off the wall. Yeah, and he bounced off the wall into Chris Washer and Ian Dutta, and then,
Yeah,
wow!
that's yeah.
Hard hit for Ibrahim, and
Oh
then
yeah,
Dylan
quite
Young.
bad too.
And then Dylan Young gets a piece of it.
Man,
And then
that hit hard.
Cole Daly got a piece of it, but then that's where Zachary Fitzwater damage is going to come from, as well as Barney Taylor. And then all these other people, they're just piled in. It's no wonder why some drivers got in a lot of positions because of this incident that took place. We're going to take a look at this one more time from the
Yep,
helicopter view.
that was something that I was not expecting, especially like that.
Yeah, watch the 5 of Austin Weiner. They're coming off of pit road right there. His car gets wobbly a second. He turns it back to the right and he gets in the washer and then he bounces off the wall and turns his teammate. And then Ian Dutta spins and wow. Oh, Chris Michaels got a piece of it as well, but that was a
No,
hard hit for Chris Washer and for Ibrahim
yep,
Ibrahim. Let's look at this again. Wow, nearly in the driver's door. And then right there, the 2 got sideswiped and he goes up into the
mm,
wall, and then up ahead there you see the 7 of Chris Michaels who got a piece of the 24. Let's watch him. He was right next to Ibrahim when this happens.
yeah,
Let's
that he was.
see. Right there, and wow, when Washer got hit and he came up, that's where Michaels is going to get into the wall and scrape it. But I think Chris Michaels might be able to continue. But the other guys behind him who were involved, like Washer, Ibrahim, and Dylan Young, I'm not too sure about.
Yeah, that's a little questionable right now, especially with hitting the wall like that, just for a little bit. Hopefully, they'll be able to continue to.
Well, it depends. We'll find out when we go green, but speaking of which, we will now take you to the restart. But first, we're actually going to do one on board, and it's going to be with the 51 of Ibrahim. On board with the 51 of Ibrahim. Watch this when the 24 is up there. Boom! So
Ah,
yeah,
nailed it completely.
yeah, Ibrahim. I think he's going to be out of the race. Same with Chris Washer. So that was a hard
Yeah,
hit for not
wow.
only the 24 but for the 51 as well.
Oh man.
But anyways, we will now take you to the restart. Well, here I know what you're thinking. Why are the first and second place cars back here at the very back? Well, they came out of pit road as the caution came out, so these guys are going to restart 1 and 2. So it's Trent Dunham as the leader, Jessica Sheldon second, and that's Zachary Fitzwater who's going to continue. He's in 38th. Cameron Bailey's on pit road for damage. Third is going to be Henry Nova. Fourth is Cody Lamas. Fifth, Cody Hagan. Sixth, David Rivera. Seventh, Chris Nelson. Eighth, Ian Siegel. Ninth, Noah Hart. Rounding out the top 10 is Daniel Day. Then it's Fred Schaefer 11th, 12th, Charles Jackson. 13th, Nick Smith. 14th, Tommy Mooney. 15th is Dylan Thero. 16th, Charlie Rodriguez. 17th is Sonny Hammond. 18th, Joshua Michaels. 19th, Kyle Matthews. Rounding out the top 20 is Chris Michaels. I think I said Kyle Matthews, didn't I? Then it's Seth Cole, Eric Burden, Chris Oliver, Nathan Hudson, Danny Wells, Cole Daly, Barney Taylor, Ian Dutta, Jordan Culp, Rue McIntyre, Chris Dollarton, Austin Weiner, Henrietta Fitzwater, Austin LaPlante, Michael Norman, Carlos Rodriguez, and the last car on the lead lap is Matt McIntyre. Then it goes back to Dunham, Sheldon, and Fitzwater. But the list of drivers out of the race are as followed: Dylan Young, Chris Washer, and Ibrahim. Let's take a look and see if Cameron Bailey is out of the race. No, he's still on pit road. But here we go. We are green flag racing now. Now, Dunham and Sheldon are going to be first and second for this, so it's going to be interesting to see where they're going to go in this traffic in front of them.
Yeah, no doubt. We might actually see a change-up, so we've definitely seen that too before. And it's seeming to be a little bit unpredictable on who's going to really win this, so anything is really seeming to happen. But it really sucks to those drivers that weren't able to continue the race, which is always a sad thing.
Yeah, and here comes Jessica Sheldon to the lead, and she's going to clear the one of Trent Dunham. So that
Which
right
is good.
there
That's
is the
a
battle
good
for the
building.
lead.
That's great. I like that.
So Sheldon is your leader at the moment. Dunham has got two cars in between him, Austin Weiner, Barney Taylor. So he's going to get costly, lose the lead. And he wanted to stay up front because he knows he wants to make that chase and get a win. But now it's starting to look very, very dim at the moment because look at Jessica Sheldon. She's picking through this traffic one by one by one. And she's got a
Yeah.
huge lead at the moment.
Yep. We're seeming to see something really good there. Hopefully she can keep it up.
Yeah, but she better hope that there isn't a wreck that's going to happen in front of him. Otherwise, she could get involved and she could be out of the race. So she needs to
Yeah.
be careful with
Definitely
all
got to
these
be.
drivers.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
let's take
Just
a
be
look and
extra
see who
cautious.
is running in third at the moment. And it looks like Cody Lamas is still in running third spot. Cameron Bailey's still on pit road. Trent Dunham's still back here. Let's see where Sheldon is running now. How many cars is she getting around? I can't even find her at the moment. Uh, yeah, I don't even see her at the moment. She's like blended in with so many people. Let's see, where is the 11? There she is. She's going underneath
There you go.
Jordan Culp. Trent Dunham's still in a steady pace behind Jessica Sheldon. It's just his problem is these lap traffic cars getting in his way.
Yeah, it's pretty. dangerous too with all of that, but they're keeping an eye out of what's going on, which is a really good thing. So hopefully that will keep up.
Exactly. And excuse me if I'm coughing, but and Trent Dunham, if he can get around these next three cars, he might have a shot at getting around Jessica Sheldon because she's getting held up by Ian Dutta. But Dunham's got just too many cars between himself and the 11. But he is starting to catch up. Let's see the distance that was. Dunham's about a little less than a little more than half a second back, so he's gaining a little bit. Just don't know if there's enough time. There may be enough time, but we've got to keep an eye out on this, make sure no incidents take place right in front of Sheldon right here.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. And so far so good. So with the strategy that's going on, I like what I'm seeing, but still, there's always that potential of an accident, and we don't need that right now.
Yes. But I saw four wide up ahead.
Oh yeah,
Right there, four wide up
understood.
ahead. We're not sure how that's going to work. And they're four wide behind Sheldon as well. Sheldon's going three wide underneath a couple cars, Rue McIntyre and Tommy Mooney. Let's see the distance it is between Dunham and Sheldon. Dunham's actually gaining on the 11, but he's just got way too many cars in between himself and Sheldon. But if Sheldon gets into some trouble and Dunham can prevail by, Dunham can win this race. But Sheldon, they're coming down. Sheldon's getting ready to take 2 laps to go. Dunham's now got some breathing room at the moment. Let's see the distance now. Sheldon actually gained a little bit on over Dunham. But man, we've got to
Yeah,
keep an eye out on this.
yeah, it's actually kind of making me a little nervous just watching it.
And we're not sure if these guys have to come down pit road one more time. I believe they may be able to make it the rest of the way.
I think we should be pretty good. We have people going in there for tire changes and for gas, so we might just do pretty well.
Yeah, and now we are on the white flag lap. Final lap for Jessica Shelton.
All right.
But we've got to keep an eye on this because there's so many cars that are up ahead that are
Yeah, now it's
racing
gonna
really
get
hard.
intense. Right.
And now Shelton, if she can just stay clean coming off of four, I think she's going to have it.
I
And it
hope
looks
so.
like she is. So it looks like we're going to see another two-time winner. Jessica Sheldon is going to win the Michigan 400 here at Michigan.
Imagine that. Congratulations, and my pick no less.
Yes.
It turned out to be a really kick-ass day now.
Yeah, meanwhile, up ahead, they are still racing up ahead, and that's because they're on the last lap racing. Let's see who's third. We got a battle between teammates, Sonny Hammond and Cody Hagan. Or actually, no, it's Cody Lama's third. And he's got a big gap, so it looks like Cody Lamas is going to come around and get third place. And he's going to get it. Sonny Hammond's going to get fourth. Chris Nelson's going to get a top five out of all that.
That's really amazing.
And now the drivers are now coming down the pit road to get in their stalls because the race is over. But there you see, Jessica Sheldon's going to get her second win of the season, and she's going to be locked in the chase just based on where she was in points and having a second win. She is locked in the chase along with Austin Weiner, Barney Taylor, and and Chris Washer.
That's just amazing.
Yes, but now we're going to take a look at the results. Jessica Sheldon's going to win her second race of the season. Congratulations to her. Trent Dunham tried so hard to
Oh
pick up
yeah,
that
the
win to
big one.
try to get in the chase, but he's going to finish second. Third, Cody Lamas. Great run for him. Sonny Hammond gets fourth. Great job for him. And then look at Chris Nelson. He has not had a very good season this year, and he's going to come away with his first top five finish of the season in fifth.
Wow, outstanding.
Cody Hagan's going to come away with sixth. Fred Schaefer gets a rebound finish after what happened last week at Watkins Glen when he got into that incident, I believe, with Charlie Rodriguez, Chris Washer, although they all just did the same thing, get loose and hit the tire walls. Joshua Michaels, who finished around dead last week, he's going to come away with an eighth place finish. Great run for him. David Rivera gets another great finish. He's going to come away with ninth. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Kyle Matthews. And then the rest of the top 20 are Daniel Day, Charles Jackson, Dylan Thero, Ian Siegel, Carlos Rodriguez, Henry Nova, Nick Smith, Nathan Hudson, Seth Cole, and Rue McIntyre. Then it's Noah Hart, Tommy Mooney, Henrietta Fitzwater, Charlie Rodriguez, Matt McIntyre, Chris Oliver, Chris Dollarton, Austin LaPlante, Eric Burden, and Ian Dutta. And then everybody on back to 38th finished a lap down along with some drivers up ahead. Michael Norman, Jordan Kolb, Chris Michaels, Danny Wells, Austin Weiner, Barney Taylor, Cole Daly, and Zachary Fitzwater. And then everybody else was out of the race. But Cameron Bailey wasn't necessarily out. He was just still stuck on pit road. I'm not sure what happened with him. But he's going to be 39th. Then Dylan Young, Chris Washer, and Ibrahim. So Ibrahim's chance this week at trying to get past 42nd place in points will not be likely to happen. But don't count him out just yet to get out of that spot. But Jessica Sheldon not only will be your winner, but she will still be your points leader going into the next race, which will be at Bristol. And also, she has locked herself in the chase based on where she is in points and having 2 wins. She will join Austin Weiner, Barney Taylor, and Chris Washer as locked-in drivers. So we have 4 out of 16 locked into the chase.
Oh yeah, it's definitely something interesting, and it's definitely been fun. So it was pretty historic, I would say that, and I really enjoyed that. So that was a lot of fun.
Yes, but I'm glad you could be here to commentate this race, Mr. David Rivera, and I
No
hope to have
problem.
you again soon.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been my pleasure. Hopefully, I will be back. I will definitely be on board for that. So just let me know, and I'll be there.
Yes, so now we are 3 races left until the chase begins. 3 regular season races. Our next stop is going to be the Irwin Tools night race at Bristol Motor Speedway, home of the world's fastest half mile in Bristol, Tennessee. Until then, this is Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR All-Mark Cup Series, here to say so long. And coming up in this video is the results one more time, as well as the updated points.